This is File 21. In 1968, engineers took apart a temple gate at Karnak in Egypt. Inside the walls, they found 40,000 painted stones, packed like organs in a body, blocks from a heretic king's city, buried by the men who erased him. Most were cataloged, 41 were sealed, unphotographed, and sent to a basement in Cairo. This file is about the basement.
My name is Salim Arda. I match broken stones. Give me 10,000 fragments, and a year I'll give you back a wall. In 2019, the ministry sent me the sealed crate, the 41. The paint was wrong. Night colors, blues and ash. Amarna artists drew the sun on everything. Whoever carved these drew lamps. They fit together in one evening, like they wanted to. A night council. The king, seated, 9 priests, and text in a clean scribal hand, minutes of a meeting held to count the gods. I checked every king list, every chronicle. This meeting does not exist. My colleague Tarek thought that was hilarious. He read the first line out loud. I still hear him reading it.
The heretic king was real, Akhenaten. Around 1350 before your era, he closed the temples, struck out the names of the gods, and left only one, the Aten, a disk of light. When he died, Egypt erased him back. History calls it the first monotheism. The 41 stones call it something smaller and much worse. They call it a recount.
The minutes are an inventory. Amun counted, Sobek counted, Hathor counted, name after name, column after column, and some names have a line burned through them, not chiseled, burned. Tarek joked that heaven had bureaucrats, but chisels, I understand. I put the 41 under the lens that night, and there is no tool mark. The stone just gave up holding those names. The 9th block describes who ran the meeting, not the king. A lamp. It stood among them, it cast no shadow, and it asked the question. That is the phrase. It asked the question. I grew up on Amarna art, the sun disk with rays that end in little hands. I always told my students it was tenderness. Hands also take. I cross-checked the burned names. Every one of those cults ends at Amarna. Not suppressed, not renamed. Absent, like they had never been. Temples reassigned to no one. And then Thursday, the 1968 excavation photo. Tarek showed me his grandfather in the 2nd row. I looked again today. There is no 2nd row. Tarek is not answering his phone.
Erasure was Egypt's oldest punishment. Cut the name, starve the soul. But a chisel leaves a scar, and scholars read scars fluently. Some names in this file have no scar. They have absence. Understand the difference. A removed name was once there. An absent name has been paid in full to something that keeps clean books.
Human Resources has no Tarek. His desk is a clean desk. I found my own notebook, the pages where I quoted him, and the ink there is pale, like water got in, only there. So now I write his name every morning, first thing, and I press hard. You do not understand what a name is until you watch one dry. The last blocks hold the vote. The 9 said, the gods are numberless, they cannot be counted. The king said, they can. The lamp said nothing. It waited. And in the margin, small and hurried, the scribe himself, I hide these stones so the count stays unfinished. An unfinished count keeps a door closed. He bricked his own work into a wall. Now I know why. Here is what I believe, and I will only say it once. Akhenaten was not a prophet, he was negotiating. The lamp asked how many gods Egypt held, and every name spoken aloud was an offer accepted. Counted meant claimed, burned meant collected. He did not discover the one god. He whittled 1,000 down to 1, so the light would run out of things to take.
You kept one name under your tongue. All of you always do. We heard it anyway. The count is not a question. The count is an inventory. And an inventory ends when the shelf is empty. 9 answered. 1 withheld. The count is wrong. 1 remains unsaid.
Last entry. I have split the 41 across 3 museums under wrong labels. Forgive me. It has to be illegible. If you are hearing this, the archive released my file, which means my name has stopped holding. Do not remember me. Remembering is counting. Remember the scribe's rule instead. Keep every count unfinished. Leave one thing unsaid always. It is the only door that stays closed.
Dr. Arda's employment record ends in June 2019. It does not begin. 3 museums hold uncatalogued Amarna stones. None of them lists a night council. One more thing, and then the file closes. While you watch this, you counted, didn't you? Old gods, new ones, yours. Quietly now. Do not say the number. Do not say the last name. The lamp only needs the last one.